So, so yeah, the Lord intervened. It's part two, by the way. So the Lord intervened. We're gonna get to that part in a second. So in the midst of that, I I had a roommate. The first one was he was uh, he was from Florida. You know, cousin from Florida, roommate. Well, I looked at him as a cousin. He was a one of my first friends I ever had. And I knew his mom before she passed away, and I loved him like family. Really like family. Um, and things with me and him didn't really work out. So it kind of like opened my eyes, like you know, don't do the roommate thing. Don't do the roommate thing. It only causes trouble. It only causes problems. Um, I'm at the time I'm on the bus line, so I um, run into this girl downtown. She has this dog. I I get this dog, um, and I also have this friend. I have this friend that I also met on the bus line, and I thought that he was a good person. I thought he was a real genuine person. I thought he was a great guy. You know, honestly, thought that. I thought the world of him. To be honest with you, thought the world of him. I thought he was God sent. Like like me and my younger brother, we had problems. You know what I mean, growing up, that we didn't really get along, see eye to eye, and I thought the world of this dude, and um, the guy was no good. He sent really from the devil, really sent from the devil. So he knew about my cousin and everything like that, and um, he became a roommate of mine, and I didn't really at first I didn't really uh, want that. I didn't really want that, but uh, he told me his house had burned down, and he was staying with his mom, but his house had burned down, and he needed a place to stay, and he was always solid. Like if I needed a place to stay, he would look out. Like I couldn't live there, but if I needed to spend the night or something, if my power was off or something, or didn't have food or any reason, he would do that. Um, if I needed somebody to talk to, hang out with, he was there. If I needed food, he was there. If I was struggling, anything I was going through, he was always there having my back. That's why I thought he was solid. You know what I mean? I didn't kind of understand, like, just because a person has your back doesn't mean they're really your friend. But um, we just gonna get back to the main story. So um, I had got this dog. Like I said, I got a dog from downtown, and from a girl, and I was like a tattoo artist at the time, and I'm doing tattoos, and uh, my dog. I don't know. I didn't really like to like take my dog out too much. Sometimes I would, but I left the dog outside, and these kids rolled up, and I don't know, like they were fun of my dog or whatever, and I didn't think nothing of it, and then uh, these kids somehow their family ended up coming out with the kids or whatever, and uh, you know, um, it just was like I ended up tattooing them. I ended up tattooing them. I told them I do tattoos, advertising my tattoos and things like that. And I'm thinking these people are genuine people. You know, turned out they were gang members. But at the point I was lost myself, so it didn't really bother me as much. Um, but at some point it was like I ended up meeting a girl. And at the Goodwill, and we dated or whatever, and I would just always have people at my house. I would always have company. Always had company, and like it was all bad company, to be honest with you. It was all bad company, um, and it was this like I don't know. I used to make music too. I used to have a studio, and it was just always people there. But it was like this one night, um, I didn't have no one around, and I had fallen asleep, and I mean I had astro projected plenty of times, and this was one of those times where I was just. It seemed like that whole week I just was stressed out and things weren't going my way, and I lost my door key to my home, and didn't have the money to get a new one, and I was just stressed, really stressed out, and I uh I just wanted to like astral project, and astral projection for me was like I'll get a bunch of crystals and meditate and do all this crap and I just I don't know I used to do these things and I don't know. So anyway, a long story short, I meditated, excuse me, and I ended up uh just I don't know if necessarily I astral projected, but I just remembered that I could not wake up this time. I remember that like before I could go anywhere I wanted. I remember before I was free to do in the astral realm wherever I wanted to go. If it was a person's house, I could be in their house. Wherever it was, I could be there. Like that. Wherever my mind imagined, I could be. And this time it was like I really couldn't wake up. And when I couldn't wake up, it was strange. And I'm gonna tell you why I wanted to wake up. Like I'm in this place and it's like a dirt road. You know what I'm saying? It's a dirt road and there's buildings. There's nothing but buildings and it's a dirt road and um the buildings are destroyed and I'm lost on where I am and um I go into this like it looked like a gas station. I go into this gas station and I just remember that there's like this person on the ground. This person on the ground and uh this person is like is this figure like it's just like they're being eaten by rats and bugs and centipedes and roaches and just like all the things that's in the earth like inside the ground and he's just like in agony and he can't die. I can tell he cannot die. He has to lay on the ground and endure this probably forever. I'm thinking to myself like where am I at? Where am I? I'm not used to being in a place like this. So I go back outside. I'm standing in the spot where I started and I'm like lost like thinking about thinking about the people I was hanging with. I'm thinking about like these gang members. I'm thinking about every time I ever got like angry at my mom. I'm thinking about every time I got angry with anybody in my family that didn't deserve it. I'm thinking about the bad things I've ever done in my life. I'm thinking about like dang. I'm thinking dang I probably do deserve to be here. But I'm like, was I really this bad of a person to be sitting here? You know what I mean? Did I really deserve to be sitting here? So I'm like, I'm looking up like, come on, God. Like I know, like come on, God. I know, like was I really this bad of a person to be sitting here? You know what I mean? I'm like, oh no, I'm like, dang, like I'm in the wrong place. You know what I'm saying? Like the clouds like it looked like when New York had well the clouds were like dark in New York and Chicago because of the forest fire in Canada a while back, like maybe a year or two ago. Like it looked like that. Like but it was nighttime and it was like dark gray and reddish. like a bomb hit. Like the world was just like it was the end of the world. And I don't know. I can't explain to you. I can't explain to you. You know what went on before I showed up. I don't know. But it was horrible, and I did not want to be there.